In the landscape of contemporary Indian cinema, there are a few directors whose movies you can watch and immediately know who is behind the camera. And in this video essay, we are going to talk about one such director who is none other than Imtiaz Ali.
Hi, this is Imtiaz Ali.
Imtiaz Ali has directed 9 films to date, including his latest Amar Singh Chamkila. While some of his films like Socha Na Tha, Jab We Met and Rockstar have received widespread acclaim, others like Jab Harry Met Sejal and Love Aajkal have been panned heavily as well. Tamasha in particular has sparked debates that still keep happening online.
तमाशा में ऐसा था कि एक क्लब सा बन गया था कि भाई तुम्हें नहीं समझ आएगी तमाशा.
He often explores the themes of self-discovery, love, and the importance of memories. The focus on the internal journeys and the impact of experiences on the characters' lives is a hallmark of his storytelling. However, this recurring exploration has led to a popular joke that Imtiaz makes the same film again and again, which we believe is a very pedestrian way of looking at it, which is just like saying how you can have the same relationship again and again. No two relationships are the same, and there is always a different texture to the feelings involved and mistakes made.
कन्विंस हो गए या मैं और बोलूं?
While it's true that his films share common themes, the accusation of repetition overlooks the nuanced differences in each story. Much like the philosophical conundrum of a vacation taken for the sake of memories, Imtiaz Ali's films are not just about the experiences themselves, but also about memories and the transformations that they induce in the characters. Each film, while sharing a thematic core, presents a unique journey, a distinct set of memories, and a different perspective on life.
I think stories have something to do with traveling for me anyway. And that's because I feel that sitting on the window seat, looking out, imagining, daydreaming, that I guess how stories began in my mind.
There is a line in the song from Love Aajkal that resonates with this idea, which translates to the same story, just a different era. In an interview, he revealed his journey with the story of Highway. He initially crafted a 40-minute episode for Zee TV's anthology series, which was called Rishte, and it was also titled Highway. However, he believed the narrative demanded much more depth than the allotted time, and this story lingered with him for many years. And it was much later in his career that he seized the opportunity to bring it to the big screen as a director and producer. His cinema resonates with the modern audience in the era of social media, where experiences are often curated for the sake of memories and shared online. His characters' journeys reflect our own desire to create meaningful memories and share them, even if the backdrop or the storyline appears familiar. There are several recurring motifs in Imtiaz Ali's films that act like the trademarks of his cinema, and in this video essay, let's focus on two particular ones. He brings out his love for the mountains with the character's fascination for the mountains. In Jab We Met, Geet famously says,
मुझे ना पहाड़ बहुत पसंद है.
She also suggests Aditya that he should elope with her sister and then they can also live with her and Anshuman in the mountains together.
और फिर चारों इकट्ठे रहेंगे पहाड़ों में. बड़ा मजा आएगा. What do you say?
In Rockstar, Jordan goes to Kashmir for Heer's wedding and experiences the heavenly beauty of Kashmir in Fir Se Ud Chala. Towards the end, Heer convinces Jordan to go to the mountains.
मुझे पहाड़ों में जाना है, फिर से हिमालय देखना है.
In Highway, Veera says to Mahabir that the mountains are calling out to her.
ऐसा लग रहा है कि मुझे बुला रहा है.
The film shows her transition from a state where she is lost in the desert to one where she is at peace in the mountains in the song Kahan Hu Main. In Tamasha, Tara falls in love with Ved at the very moment when he's sitting peacefully in the mountains. Later, she reminds him of his real self when she mentions that he likes talking to the mountains.
तुम तो पहाड़ों से बातें करते हो, तुम वो हो वेद.
Most of his films have a song sequence that truly displays the beautiful landscapes and heavenly mountains, be it Katiya Karun or Kahan Hu Main or Ye Ishq Hai or Safarnama. In his storytelling, a hug is more than just a simple embrace. It's the moment charged with deep emotional significance, often serving as a turning point in the relationship between two characters. Like in Jab We Met, the relationship between Geet and Aditya begins when she goes and hugs him in Ratlam. The hug again plays a crucial part in the film's climax, where she sends a message to Anshuman that she is no longer in love with him. In Highway, Veera gives a hug to Mahabir after she narrates the story of her abuse. In Rockstar, Heer asks Jordan to give her a tight hug before her wedding. In Love Aajkal, Meera and Jay decide not to meet any longer with one last hug and one last kiss because
ये तुम वाली फीलिंग आदत
will never go away if they are together. In Tamasha, a devastated Tara gives a tight hug to Ved and does not want to leave him in the song Agar Tum Saath. In Jab Harry Met Sejal, Harry asks Sejal for a hug when he is feeling emotionally vulnerable. However, there is one element that is present in some shape or form in almost all of his films without a miss. Imtiaz Ali's filmography is a testament to his deep-seated connection to Punjab. From his youthful exuberance in Socha Na Tha to the generational love of Love Aajkal, each film carries a distinct Punjabi flavor. Characters like Geet in Jab We Met and Veera from Highway are both Punjabi women who are unafraid to express themselves and follow their heart.
सिखड़ी हूँ मैं भटिंडा की
His characters, like the free-spirited Geet or the rebellious Janardhan, often embody the quintessential Punjabi spirit, vivacious, resilient, and deeply rooted in their culture. Punjab's landscape and scenery have also played a significant role in his films. In Highway, he used the state's rural areas and countryside to create a sense of freedom and adventure. The film's journey through Punjab's rural areas helped to highlight the contrast between the state's urban and rural areas and the different lifestyles and traditions that exist within them. Imtiaz Ali's narratives go beyond the geographical setting and delve deeper into the philosophical and spiritual underpinning of Punjab. The Sufi influence is palpable in films like Rockstar, where Jordan's tumultuous journey mirrors the Sufi path of love, pain, and ultimately self-discovery. In Tamasha, Ved's existential crisis and quest for identity resonates with the Sufi pursuit of understanding the self and the divine. Through his characters' inner conflicts and revelations, Imtiaz Ali explores the themes of identity, love, and human connection to the spiritual, echoing the mystical ethos of Punjab's Sufi heritage.
अभी मैं बात कर रहा हूँ पटाखा गुड्डी के बारे में.
At the heart of Punjab's Sufi traditions and Imtiaz Ali's films lies a blend of spiritual and the earthy elements. His deep connection to the region allows him to delve into universal human desires for love, belonging, and the ultimate merging of the individual with the vastness of existence. The picturesque fields and the serene shrines scattered across Punjab's landscape inspire his storytelling. In his films, the line between the physical and the spiritual world blurs. His cinema is a journey of the soul, intertwined with the timeless search for meaning that has resonated throughout the history of this land, known for its seekers and saints. He has expressed his admiration for Punjab's folk culture and traditions in interviews highlighting their depth and impact on his filmmaking.
उसके पहले भी फिल्में बनाई और भी फिल्में बनाई है, बट वो पंजाब की कोई ऐसी चीज़ है कि उस धरती में मेरे लिए कोई ब्लेसिंग.
One of the standout features of his films is the unforgettable soundtracks, which are often becoming timeless favorites, which are played on loop for years. While A.R. Rahman and Preetham have frequently collaborated with him as composers, it's lyricist Irshad Kamil who has been a constant presence in his movies. His magical words leave a spell, ensuring that almost every film has at least one song with a Punjabi flavor, if not more.
देखिए मुझे ना poetry is very dear to me.
Yes.
Personally. I can deal with him to say that, Irshad, this is wonderful, but I don't think it's your level, boss.
Soulful music has the power to touch the depths of the human soul like a gentle breeze passing over a calm lake. It awakens our deepest emotion and memories that lie dormant in the corners of our minds. Just like the wind creates ripples on the water, music shapes our emotional landscape and brings to the surface feelings that we might not be even aware of. Such is the power of music in his films. In Socha Na Tha, which was his debut film in 2005, amidst the romantic chaos, a brief sequence stands out where traditional Punjabi wedding song echo in the background, setting a cultural tone. The climax of the film is marked by a song with a Punjabi mukhra that captures the spirit of Punjab. In Jab We Met, the soundtrack is a celebration of Punjabi culture featuring popular tracks like Moja Hi Moja and Nagada, rooted in Punjab's folk rhythm and local vocabulary. In 2009, Love Aajkal continued this trend with a significant portion of its storyline and key characters based in Punjab. The film's leading star even dons a turban, embracing a Sikh character. The songs, as expected, are infused with Punjabi flavor, using phrases like and incorporating the iconic Nagin Tune nahi tune hai wo. And incorporating the iconic Nagin tune in the track Twist, which is a staple at Punjabi weddings. In Love Aajkal, the track Ahu Ahu opens with the lines, which is a nod to the cult Punjabi song by Pakistani singer Shaukat Ali. This integration showcases the cross-border influence of Punjabi music. Another standout song from the film draws inspiration from the opening lyrics of a famous poem by Punjab's legendary poet Shiv Kumar Batalvi. The song beautifully captures the poetic essence of Punjab, blending it seamlessly into the film's narrative. Furthermore, Thoda Thoda Pyar resonates with the strong influence of traditional Punjabi folk songs often sung at Sangeet or Mehndi ceremonies. Rockstar in 2011 can be seen as a nod to the Punjabi phrase, with the film featuring Ranbir Kapoor singing the anthem. The soundtrack also includes Katya Karu, deeply rooted in traditional Punjabi folk music. In Highway, the standout song Pataka Guddi draws content and singers from Punjab, referencing the traditional jugni in a fresh style. Another track, Mahi Ve, proudly carries a Punjabi title, adding to the film's cultural authenticity. In Tamasha, Imtiaz Ali continues this pattern using a Punjabi-based song, Heer To Badi Sad Hai, to depict the transformation of his characters. The song is shot in a typical Punjabi style, showcasing traditional Bhangra attire. What also resonates with the rhythm of a dhol-based Punjabi song. Lastly, in Jab Harry Met Sejal, the film shines with Punjabi elements in songs like Butterfly, Rola and Jeeve Sonia. Butterfly captures the loud and vibrant essence of Punjab, while Rola and Jeeve Sonia showcases the lively celebrations and emotional depth of Punjabi music, adding a distinct flavor to the film's soundtrack. It feels like cinematic magic when Chamkila emerges as a crescendo in Imtiaz Ali's romance with Punjab, allowing him to craft a film about the state's most iconic pop legend in his latest venture. Imtiaz Ali delves into the life of the iconic Punjabi pop singer, renowned for his candid storytelling and vibrant music. This film is not just a biopic, it's a canvas painted with the hues of Punjab in the 1980s, exploring the complexities of Chamkila's life and his meteoric rise to fame, and the socio-political landscape that shaped his music and untimely demise.
Most successful musician, shortest life period, huge amount of threat, huge amount of popularity.
The film is just not about this happened, then that happened. The attempt is to paint a picture of a man and Punjab at a certain period of time. What circumstances created Chamkila, how the popularity of Chamkila bred enemies, and so on. Mere aage duniya ka rang sada feeka, which means that the colors of the world are not as vibrant as in Punjab. And because Punjab has had so much bloodshed in their history because of continuous wars with surrounding nations and riots, the lines saying apne lahu se hi lagaya maine tika mean that the state has anointed itself with its own blood. Now these lines signify, why do you fear? My roots are resilient. Who knows whose blessing it is? I'm always on high. How do I stop? Tell me. I am Punjab. Chamkila can best be described as a folklore that mirrors the reality of the contemporary times, and it also addresses the age-old debate by asking questions like what is morality, who defines it and in what ways, what is considered obscene and how much of it is allowed on public display, what does an artist seek, is it fame or is it relevance that he or she knows is fickle, or does he choose the path of not pandering and just making work that keeps him in high regard but perhaps the masses will never know of him. For instance, Chamkila was accused of making obscene songs that corrupted the society, but he wrote songs about the things that he observed in the society around him.
जो दुनिया भर में अपने गंदे और अश्लील गीतों के लिए जाना जाता है।
और आपको तो बिल्कुल समझ नहीं आ रहा होगा क्यों।
In one scene, when some women question how can he write such things and where these thoughts come from, an old lady, busy with her work, comments that these thoughts come to everyone. It's just that he sings them out loud while others keep them to themselves. In another instance, when Chamkila decided to create and perform only devotional songs which were also popular as his previous ones, people still demanded his vulgar songs at that program and yet always ended up questioning how could he sing such things. This hypocrisy of the audience is still relevant today as it was 40 years ago, similar to the ever-growing debate about whether art cinema, as in artistic cinema, is superior to films with commercial success or if commercial success defines the art of its time. Chamkila says, I am giving people what they want, and that is still applicable in many contexts today. For instance, in an interview with Anupma Chopra, Hrithik Roshan mentioned that if he didn't have the burden of being a star, he would soar as an actor.
I would fly as an actor if I didn't have the burden of being a star. That's one.
This is true because no matter how much people in the elite circles or small cinephile groups discuss cinema or the acting prowess of films like Guzarish or Vikram Vedha, these films would never make as much as a war or a fighter. This is not to say that the latter is superior or inferior. Making mainstream films is also not easy. Otherwise, every week we would have a blockbuster, and not that every blockbuster is of cinematic merit. Due to the transient nature of the stardom, people quickly forget the artist if they don't remain in the limelight for extended periods of time. How often do you see a film about a singer played by a renowned singer? Diljit's performance in the film blurs the line between acting and embodying the character, showcasing a remarkable blend of finesse and gravitas. The film opens with the 1988 murder scene of Amar Singh Chamkila and his wife Amarjot. The story is narrated immediately afterwards by individuals from different stages of Chamkila's life and diverse social backgrounds. The narrative begins in a shady bar with a former friend, troupe member, and ex-manager Tikki, who plays a significant role in his initial days, echoing the multiple claims throughout the film that he made Chamkila. The account continues with Chamkila's grieving colleagues, including income tax agent and supporter Swarn Sivia, in the presence of a dismissive police officer. As they await the arrival of the families, these men exist in a liminal space between night and day, darkness and broad daylight. The film showcases two facets of Imtiaz Ali's filmmaking, one that is familiar and the another one ventures into a new territory. In the first half, we encounter a daring Imtiaz Ali, unfair to innovate with multiple storytellers, each recounting their version of Chamkila's life. Some witnessed his rise, others shares their experience, but all agree that he was a wild artist. As the narrative progresses in the second half, the film transitions into an exploration of what might be termed as the wilderness of human experiences and artistic expression, magnificently personified by Diljit Dosanjh and Pariniti Chopra. Here, Imtiaz Ali navigates with boldness and caution, addressing the socio-political contours of the era, be it the 1984 riots, caste politics, freedom of expression, or the class struggles, without overwhelming it. This subtle interplay invites reflection on the dynamics of power and the role of art in both capturing and transcending these realities. Chamkila's performance often blends various elements of the real and the real. For instance, when Diljit and Pariniti sing, we hear their actual voices, which were performed live on the set, thus aligning their singing with their spoken voices. However, when the song delves into deep emotions or drives the narrative forward, the music composed by A.R. Rahman takes over. The song retains their original Punjabi lyrics during live performances, but Hindi translations float on the screen, ensuring that the viewer never struggles to understand the ongoing narrative. Visuals of the real couple also keep intercutting in between to give it a surreal kind of feeling that the film exists as a mirror of someone's life. The film features numerous editing choices by Aarti Bajaj and Imtiaz, which range from cool to gimmicky depending on the viewer preference. These include split screens resembling film strips, animations and effects that blur the screen edges, reminiscent of old movies. Chamkila once in the film says,
हर किसी की ना सही गलत सोचने की औकात नहीं होती मैडम, मेरी तो नहीं है। मुझ जैसे को तो बस कैसे तैसे करके जिंदा रहना होता है।
This line was told to a journalist who criticized him but later praises him posthumously. A film by Imtiaz Ali and co-written by Sajid Ali beautifully explores the various dichotomies and questions, laying them out for the audience without offering any judgments. The decision of what to take away rests solely on the viewer, encapsulating the essence of what Imtiaz Ali aims to convey and highlighting the importance of approaching the film with an open mind. From the lyrics of the song Baja comes the line, "Jis wajah se chamka, wo us wajah se tapka." This line aptly captures the paradox of his rise and fall, the very qualities that crowned Chamkila as the
Elvis of Punjab.
and propelled him to become the top-selling artist in Punjab also caged him in the tragic Club of 27. Love, in its profound duality, both created and destroyed him. And that brings us to the end of this video essay. Let me know in the comments what are your thoughts about Chamkila. I personally loved the film. There is so much that is happening in the film, and I did not expect that Imtiaz will be able to actually condense everything that he has shown in just 2.5 hours, but he did it and he has done it brilliantly. Special shout out to Aarti Bajaj. She has done a phenomenal job when it comes to compiling the film and presenting it to the audiences. The editing is superlative, to say the least. Please let me know in the thoughts what are what are your thoughts about this video essay and also about Imtiaz Ali's filmography. And don't forget to share this video and follow Long Live Cinema for everything cinema. We will be back soon with another one.